Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to go back to work from my lunch break, and I got to tell y'all about this interaction I had today with this Caucasian lady, okay? So we was just talking, I was doing my job, whatever, making conversation with her till I was done doing what I was doing. So then she started talking to me about people having kids. So she like, you got kids? I'm like, yeah, I got kids. She was like, how many you got? I'm like, I got two. She was like, oh, okay, you want to have any more? I was like, no. And I was like, if I knew then what I knew now, my bad, y'all. So I'm like, if I knew then what I knew now, I probably wouldn't have had my kids. So she was like, well, what do you mean by that? Because there's a lot of younger people saying they don't want kids. And I'm like, well, it just, hold on, body blow. Anywho, she like, it's a lot of young people who don't want no more kids. I'm like, well, this economy is crazy. They don't pay a livable wage. It's hard out here struggling when you have kids, and the village is not how it used to be, where you can take your kids to your grandma's house or whatever. Everybody don't have that. And these kids hear how their parents are struggling. So they like, I don't want to have no kids. So I told her straight up, I understand that, because it's too expensive. Like, literally, if I didn't have kids, I probably wouldn't be struggling right now. And that's just the God's honest truth. It is. Not blaming my kids or anything like that. But anywho, me and her get to talking. And pretty much I found out that she was a damn Trump supporter, right? I didn't find it out. I knew after this conversation that she was. She was like, well, we need to keep populating America with American-born citizens. And da-da-da-da. She was like, yeah, you don't want to repopulate with immigrants, right? And I'm like, I mean, if they here contributing to the country, I don't see why not. And company is right, because it ain't nothing but a company. But if they contributing, why not? Just let them keep having babies or whatever. And she was like, well, they're criminals. And I'm like, all of them are not criminals. There's criminals in every race. She was like, well, I wasn't bringing up race. I said, well, when you say immigrants, you're talking about the Hispanic people, because those are the main people getting deported right now. Those are the only people getting deported right now. So then she goes into, well, there are you're right, there are bad apples, and I know that all of them are not bad, but if you came here illegally, you are essentially a criminal. My brother has one that works for him. He loves him. He's worried about him because he said he's his top worker and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, but he's a criminal in your eyes, right? And she's like, well, yeah, but, he hasn't done anything. I said, exactly. And a lot of the people being deported. And she was like, yeah, like the man from Maryland, who's nobody talking about anymore, and his wife this. I said, you're listening to the media. Have you seen the police report of whatever happened with his wife? Like why y'all like bringing this one man up? This one man does not equate to the still thousands of people that's being deported, and the thousands of people who are being traumatized. I'm talking about kick door, coming in. I forgot where it was at. I just reported on it, y'all. I reported on so much that I be getting the states mixed up. But they kicked this family door in, and it wasn't even the right family. Like, people are being traumatized. People are being ripped out of their homes with no clothes on. And y'all think this okay? And she was like, you need to dig a little deeper. No, miss, you do. You was talking to the right one today. I don't know what type of black person you thought I was, but no. Just because I live in South Carolina don't mean that I think how y'all think, because I the fuck don't.